Good evening, I'm Taylor Thomas with the CTV News Update. CASA members rallied ahead of a Senate hearing on a bill that, if approved, would grant undocumented immigrants access to state's affordable health care. Organizers gathered outside of the State House in Annapolis today with a number of civic groups, including CASA, the ACLU of Maryland, and RISE Coalition, to bring attention to the Access to Health Care Act, as well as share stories of people impacted by the lack of access to affordable care. They did so through a translator.
Oftentimes, because we lack that access to health care, we're left to self-medicate ourselves by finding random over-the-counter medications or just doing other natural remedies.
I was coughing and vomiting blood. And when I was taken to the hospital, I was told I'm the one to take care of my bills.
Sickness does not discriminate. Sickness does not care about your immigration status, but our healthcare system does.
More than a dozen people took to the podium this afternoon, many of them representing Maryland residents, either from Cameroon, Mexico, or Colombia, all of them sharing one general consensus that health care is a human right. Now, organizers and supporters are hoping today's strong rally will show senators looking at these two bills that they want them to move it forward. Now, to let you know, there will not be a vote today in the Senate, but they are hoping that this moves forward quickly to the House.
The bill's co-sponsor, Senator Clarence Lamb, who saw the need to fix the current legislation, says his bill, SB 365, benefits all Maryland residents.
Anyone can walk in the emergency department, whether you have health insurance or not, and get care. I think what people don't realize is that if you walk in the emergency department, you don't have health insurance, you'll still get care. You and I that do have health insurance are actually paying for that. We're subsidizing the care for everyone that doesn't have health insurance. That's why it's to the state's benefit to get as many people enrolled under health insurance as possible.
The bills move to the House next week. Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks held an impromptu news conference shortly after Virginia lawmakers made their case again for why the new FBI headquarters should go to Springfield. The leaders pointed out the area's infrastructure, including Metro, as well as the site's proximity to other assets such as the Pentagon and CIA. But also Brooks says the Landover and Greenbelt sites are far superior, and she accused Virginia of changing the criteria at the 11th hour.
This isn't over, so I haven't conceded anything to Virginia. I believe still that Prince George's County and our two sites are the superior sites. I believe that President Biden is listening. I believe that the folks at the GSA, who we've had constant conversations with, are listening. Our federal delegation is engaged, so we're conceding nothing to Virginia at this point. I don't think we should, because if we look at the criteria objectively, Prince George's County sites, Maryland's sites, are superior to Virginia, and if there's a fair process that is followed, then we're going to feel comfortable that we will come out ahead, just as we have over 10 years. We've been competing in this contest, and we've still remained at the top of it, so we just want to make sure all we're asking is that the rules are fair, that they're not changed at the last minute with their finger on the scale. Who can out Virginia?
The Maryland and Virginia consultations with the GSA are expected to begin the week of February 27th or March 6th. Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown is seeking authority to prosecute police-involved deaths. Brown is asking lawmakers to pass Senate Bill 290. The measure would give him the authority to prosecute local police he finds criminally at fault for having killed someone or caused an injury that likely resulted in someone's death. Under current law, the Attorney General investigates these types of cases. The AG then turns them over to local state's attorneys, who ultimately decide whether or not to prosecute these officers or not. You're watching CTV News. I'm Taylor Thomas. Students show off the work they've been building. We'll have the full story right after the break.
Whether it's your first time betting or you've been gambling for years, have a plan and know the game. Be aware of the rules and odds before you gamble. Set a budget and never gamble with money you can't afford to lose. Take a break and consider teaming up with trusted friends to help you stick to your budget. Remember, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services.
Good evening and welcome back. Every year, high school students in the Prince George's school system spend time out of their classrooms building a home. The Career and Technology Education program held an open house yesterday to give a sneak peek into the student-built home and celebrate National CTE Month.
My background is very financially unstable, and this opens up a lot of opportunities for me to help my family in the future and encourage others, because seeing a woman in this line of field can encourage others.
We have a labor shortage in the construction trades, and so we want to encourage our students in the county to enter into these professions that are high skill, high wage, and in high demand. These students can graduate out of high school, go into an apprenticeship where they will earn and learn. They will not have any student debt, and they can come out of that apprenticeship earning almost $100,000.
The home is on track to be completed and put on the market this spring. If your child is interested in joining the CTE program, log on to the website right there on your screen to complete an application. The deadline, by the way, is this Friday. A Largo-based organization is gearing up for its annual Health Expo. Heart to Hand Inc. is set to host the Sexual Healing and Mind, Body, and Soul Expo next Saturday, February 25th. The event will create a safe place for adults to have an honest conversation about sexual and mental health. Organizers say the event will include both men-only and women-only sessions.
We want to let you know that we have the tools to help meet your need. And so we want to invite you into this safe space that we've created for our community. So that you can get the awareness, the education, and to ask, be able to ask those questions sometimes where you're not able to ask or have the ability to ask or the time to ask when you at your primary care doctor.
Again, the Health Expo is next Saturday, February 25th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the College Park Marriott Hotel and Conference Center. Residents can register by visiting the website on your screen. The College Park City Council votes to ban plastic bags according to the Diamondback. Beginning September 1st, businesses in the city will no longer be allowed to provide single-use plastic bags to customers. The Better Bag bill will also require a 10-cent fee for paper and reusable carry-out bags. The measure was voted unanimously by the council yesterday. Starting next month, new rules from the U.S. Department of Agriculture will make it harder to use organic labels on food. Currently, the USDA says products that use the label must meet certain standards for soil quality, animal raising practices, pest and weed control, and the use of additives. The new regulations will require certifications for all imported organic foods, increase inspections, and require businesses to certify that their supply chain is organic.
Let's say you're eating an organic granola bar. The oats may have been grown in Indiana, the almonds may have grown in California, the chocolate chips may have come from beans grown and processed in South America. That yogurt coating on the granola bar needs to have been made with milk from an organic cow who ate organic feed. Another company in a different state may have combined all those ingredients to create the granola bar. So this new rule makes sure that the USDA can effectively oversee the supply chain that takes all those ingredients from farm to market.
Sales of organic foods have more than doubled over the past 10 years, soaring to $63 billion in 2021. We'll have more on this story later this month. Police have identified the victim of the fatal shooting in Capitol Heights. He's 30-year-old Brandon Presson of Largo. Presson was found suffering from a gunshot wound Monday afternoon in the 1800 block of Ritchie Station Court. He was pronounced dead on the scene. A reward of $25,000 is being offered to anyone that has any information leading to an arrest and indictment in this case. A federal grand jury indicts a pair with conspiring to destroy several energy facilities in the Baltimore area. The one-count indictment involves Sarah Klein Daniel of Catonsville and Brandon Russell of Florida. According to reports, Russell has been linked to pro-Nazi groups. Reports also indicate that the pair plan to shoot up several BGE substations. The indictment says that the scheme would have caused more than $100,000 worth of damage. If convicted, the two could each face 20 years in federal prison. Still ahead, a mom and daughter duo are hitting the runway with both comfort and prissiness. That story and more after the break. Welcome back. A local mother and daughter duo team up to celebrate the launch of a new clothing line to uplift female athletes. The company is called Prissy Athletics LLC. We spoke with 10-year-old Kendall Cunningham, who explained how the company came to be.
Whole inspiration was like when I first got to first grade, and when I got there, we had PE class, and the PE teacher would like split the court in half for free time, and one side would have gymnastics mats, jump ropes, and hula hoops, and the other side would have basketball and soccer. And all the girls were playing with the gymnastics mats and doing flips and kicks and all that stuff. And I was like the only girl playing basketball. And this boy came up to me, he was like, why are you playing basketball? Basketball is for boys. And ever since that day, I just started questioning myself. A lot of other people were saying like, why are you so tall? And they kept asking me all these questions, and they started teasing me. And my mom was like, I have this great idea. We're gonna build a brand to like build your confidence and build other girls' confidence. My mission would definitely be to become like a global brand and like to inspire girls from all over the world and make them feel the way that I feel and build confidence in girls just like me.
Their company has even landed Georgetown Bulldogs standout freshman Kennedy Fauntleroy for her first ever name, image, likeness deal. You can check out their apparel online at PrissyAthletics.com. Let's get a check now on our weather day forecast, 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 50. Thursday, cloudy with a chance of showers later in the evening and a high near 68. Friday, the rain continues through the morning with a daytime high near 65. Saturday's forecast, sunny, high near 47 degrees with a low of 33. And now for the community calendar. Are you having trouble figuring out how to use your county compost cart? Well, the Department of the Environment is hosting a free food composting source reduction seminar. Learn what types of food scraps to throw in your cart, how to properly prepare for pickup, and more. The virtual workshop is next Thursday, February 23rd at 6:30 p.m. To register or for more information, visit the link right there on your screen. And that wraps up our CTV newscast. Thanks for joining us. Please continue and join us tomorrow at 4:30. I'm Taylor Thomas. Good night.